The Arizona Cardinals now 2-2 after their Thursday night football loss, and things are looking down, but they could have some reinforcements coming to play real soon. Bo Brock, Johnny Venerable, Johnny, yeah, sure, doom and gloom after a loss, but Cardinals roster could get a little bit stronger here real quick.
Yeah, you've got Walter Nolen, the 16th overall pick, who is poised to begin practicing as early as next week. He's coming off his eligibility period for PUP, as he's been out of action dating back to right before training camp when he hurt his hamstring. And we have not seen the 16th overall pick, the standout, since then. But good news is he's had ample time to recover. And yes, the Cardinals may be 2-2, but their defense has done, by and large, a nice job with the absence of Nolan. You've got Darius Robinson, fresh off a sack. Of course, Josh Sweat, Calais Campbell, Dalvin Tomlinson. So I would imagine Walter Nolen coming back, practicing with probably a 2-week window to activate him as early as maybe Green Bay, Indianapolis.
Yeah, the key there, as you mentioned, missed all of training camp. This is a guy who hasn't played since he played collegiately. The Senior Bowl was the last time he was getting anything that resembled reps outside of OTAs and mandatory minicamp. So Walter Nolen's going to need a little bit of runway to get ready. And you can never use enough defensive linemen. They lost a good one in LJ Collier. You add the 16th overall pick. Can he generate more pressure? Can this defense get better? Absolutely, with the addition potentially of Walter Nolen. We're looking at 2 weeks from now, maybe looking at that Green Bay Packers game after that calf injury, just like Darius Robinson the previous season. It's one of those ones you don't want to discount, the road getting back. Also, you could look at the Arizona Cardinals activating from PUP who would be eligible. Third-year pass rusher B.J. Ojulari. I know that's almost a bigger question mark, Johnny, because this is a guy that's dealt with injuries now in all of his seasons. He had the knee procedure the year he was drafted, wasn't at full strength his rookie year. Then there was high expectations going into year two. And it's been well over a calendar year when he tore his ACL that wiped out his entire second season. But what can you even expect from the former second-round pick for the Cardinals?
Slow start. They don't need him, and that's a good thing for Ojulari. You don't have to rush him back. Let him play, on special teams if they need him to. Let him be a rotational guy. I mean, they're already sitting Xavier Thomas, who has nice pass rush abilities, who is a good special teamer. I don't think there's any guarantee Ojulari is going to be active. I think it's been that big a fall from grace. Sweat's been fantastic. Baron Browning's been unbelievable. Zaven's a good player for what he is, especially against the run. And then Jordan Birch every week is improving. It's a group that I think B.J. Ojulari is going to have to force the issue. They're going to have to see something from him in practice where it's just we need some of that on game day. It's just, I'm happy for the young man that hopefully his time is finally coming where he can practice with his teammates, because, Bo, when we saw him, even at training camp in August, he had a long way to go. So, again, we don't know if he's going to be one of the people activated. I think Walter Nolen certainly is closer. Ojulari coming off an ACL. And again, look at Brandon Ayuk, who tore his ACL last year. John Lynch said he's not even close to being ready to come back. So all these timelines are different, but I think Ojulari, check back after Halloween to see if he's got an opportunity to contribute.
Yeah, there's the other two guys who are eligible to come off their respective injury lists that there aren't any expectations. The two big defensive additions from the previous offseason, and Bilal Nichols and Justin Jones. One was on PUP, one was on IR. I think those guys remain to be stashed there, break glass in case of emergency, but their practice window would be eligible to be open. I don't think that happens just because you don't know if you need them or not. And then we'll get to the guys who are on the active roster that have been out the last couple of weeks. The two Wills, Johnny, because you look at Will Johnson and what he could add back to this defensive secondary, could add a ball-hawking defensive back that we've seen glimpses of early in his career. I think that would just juice up what you want to do is try to get in your hands on the football.
Will Johnson has an opportunity to play against Tennessee. Do they need him? Probably not. But again, you need him to have reps. You need him to play to get better. And if he's healthy, put him out there. He was one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL before his injury. He was outstanding against Carolina. He was outstanding against New Orleans. He's a physical player, and he's got an opportunity to get his hands on footballs, which the Cardinals need right now with their struggling offense. And then on the flip side, Will Hernandez, I have taken a 180 on this approach. They signed him as a luxury pick because they projected Evan Brown carrying over to what he did last year, quality player. And then Isaiah Adams, the third rounder in 2024 out of Illinois, it's he's going to take the next jump. Two of the biggest disappointments on the team are their two starting guards right now. So if Will Hernandez is in shape, and that's a big if, and he feels good and he can get to that second level, then I think you have to consider benching one of your starting guards. I couldn't tell you who. I think in retrospect, it might be Evan Brown, just because you have more invested in Isaiah Adams. You want him to continue playing and try to get better. But I mean, they can't run the football inside, and they're susceptible to pressure with Kyler Murray up the middle. I mean, that's a week-to-week thing that started right now. And Will Hernandez is a damn good player when he plays.
It's an option, right? And you want to at least have options to turn to when you got players that are struggling. Who do you think could make the biggest impact coming back from injuries for the Cardinals? 16th overall pick, Walter Nolen, BJ Ojulari, who's a Will Johnson Sub-Zero, or Miho. Let us know in the comments. Drop a like, subscribe to PHNX Sports.